plenty of pride. Japan is still celebrating this morning, and word is that he's going to light the Olympic torch at the Olympics.
In Tokyo this summer. Yeah. Wow. Well, in London, arrangements are now set for Prince Philip's funeral. And as mentioned, Prince Harry has returned to the UK to join his family face-to-face for the first time in more than a year. Kara Simmons is live this morning from Windsor Castle.
Meantime, back here in the U.S., new concerns over a possible fourth COVID wave and possible vaccine shortages. It all comes amid this troubling scene in Florida. There's a crowd burning their masks. Tom Costello has the very latest.
Well, let's get started with that breaking news in Minnesota. The unrest sparked by the fatal police shooting of a black man just miles from the courthouse where Derek Chauvin is being tried for murder in the George Floyd case. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez joins us now with details overnight. Gabe, good morning.
Savannah, good morning. Just as the prosecution is preparing to wrap up its case here at this courthouse, overnight, a new police incident inflamed tensions. Just north of here, the National Guard was on the move and a curfew was in effect. Overnight, outrage boiling over in Minnesota. With tensions already high during the Derek Chauvin murder trial, now new anger sparked when a police officer fatally shot a black man Sunday during a traffic stop in Brooklyn Center, a Minneapolis suburb just 10 miles away from where George Floyd was killed. Police say the man had a warrant out for his arrest, and when officers tried to take him into custody, he got back into his vehicle. Then one officer shot him. Relatives identify the man as 20-year-old Dante Wright and say that after he was shot, Wright drove several blocks before crashing his car. Frustration mounting quickly.
Dante, he was a good kid, and just like George Floyd, it doesn't matter what you do, you don't deserve to be murdered.
Police and activists facing off at the scene.
We have been tracking both shots fired and break-in calls in Minneapolis.
Authorities say there were reports of rocks and other objects thrown at officers, as well as shots fired near the police department, prompting the deployment of more National Guard members to a region already on high alert. Minnesota's governor tweeting overnight, "Our state mourns another life of a black man taken by law enforcement." It all comes as the prosecution is now preparing to rest its case against Chauvin as early as today.
Floyd has this great, deep Southern voice.
The jury already hearing from 35 witnesses over 2 weeks, including unprecedented testimony from police officers breaking the blue wall. Also, medical experts insisting George Floyd did not die just because of drugs and underlying medical conditions, as the defense has argued.
There's no evidence to suggest he would have died that night, except for the interactions with law enforcement.
Floyd's family is now bracing for another emotional week in a case the world is watching.
This has been a very difficult time, especially these past couple of weeks. So we are just grateful for everybody that's here to support us.
And of all times for another police shooting to happen, Gabe, when do you expect to know more about